You did it. That was a hilarious way to do that.
Well, it didn't work. Like I could no longer select the
Interesting. It was probably
option.
because it was probably locked, right?
I unlocked it, and it was just the option was just not there anymore. It was weird.
Really? Yeah,
bizarre.
that's strange.
Bizarre. Now I gotta make sure that the dice box is
How did the dice box go away?
one of them deleted it, and I think Robert kind of confessed to it, but didn't think he did. And Octopus is like, I guess I'll take the blame. I'm like, but what was funny was I jumped in there, and I'm like, did you someone delete the dice box? And the first Robert's like, oh, maybe that was me. Oh, by the way, do you have the rainbow color of this obstacle? I'm like, you're just gonna casually brush off the fact that you just deleted the dice box?
Just blast through it. Bender, they're playing Assault, I believe.
Yeah, they're playing Assault. I just have to update the. Give me 1 second to do that. I will do that now. Well, that's a start to the second game too, if I've ever seen one. Scenarios. Chance Assault. Boom. There you go. All right, everybody. Well, we've got a matchup between two goobers. The Goofy Goober and the Gooby Goober. Down Unders versus Seven Suns. The Seven Suns have a 2-0 series lead here in Week 5, and if they win, they will be above 500. They have been riding the 500 line.
Impressive.
Back and forth through the half of the season so far. Crimesy, on the other hand, is not at 500, but they are trying and having fun. And honestly, that's all we could all ask. Is that they, have
we've been having fun. That's what we've been doing.
As you Canadians say, Hey.
I finally won a game, actually. I think I won my first game of the season.
Congrats, man. GG's.
By playing not foe. I wildcarded into
another
Empire.
Person, Bender saying, "What WTF is Gavin doing here? Gavin's good. You don't only need to bring him for salvage. Crits are good. Turns out crits are good at all times.
Crits are good. Crits are good. Gavin's great. I just watched that game that you streamed a little while ago. The game with the two rogues. The really unfortunate game. But,
Bender's game. Yeah,
Bender's game.
Yeah.
So sorry to see that, Bender. That was tough. But those rogues, you're right. I'm surprised that an I4, no ability, but lots of loadout. You can really do some cool. There's lots. You just be creative.
God, there's another coup d'etat trying to overthrow my. The thing is, it's funny, the whole I'm not commissioner thing, but it's fucking confusing for the people who don't know better, and that's what I don't like about it. They're like, wait, so who's actually running this league? I'm like, no, Levi had commissioner in his title, so when I joined his league, I changed my name to the Top Gun Commissioner. I got everything I could get back to fire back. Gotcha.
Justice.
All right. What's this? A ranger caught off his guard. All right. Shall we do the list breakdown here? So we're setting our dials. Yeah, Nick, that'd be great. Yeah. All right, Andrew, we will do it. No, you're good.
I was reading Bender.
Anakin Skywalker, you could do Rebels. Anakin in the Y-Wing. He's the Anakin. Anakin, stop panicking. R4 astromech, veteran, turret gunner, proton torpedoes, dorsal, instinctive aim. Rick Ali as that R2C4 outmaneuver wombo combo. Oddball, feeling extra odd. He's got his Alpha 3E-esque precision ion engines and plasma torpedoes. Then we've got CLT Plo, pass some tokens. You got debris gambit, pass evades, fast focuses. Take disarm tokens if you want from a friendly. Whatever you want to do, Plo. How Plo can you go? Lastly, the 212th, not to be confused with the 312nd battalion pilot, has Corky Kreese to pass tokens for defense, and of course, fire convergence, naturally great on that chassis. And take it away, Andrew. Robert Ebey for the Seven Suns, trying to get his series win for his team. What is he playing?
All right. So we've got Wedge Antilles started off. Custom Wedge, I should point out, which I love to
Oh,
see,
spicy.
right? With hopeful plasma torpedoes in R3. So we're going to be making everybody roll fewer dice. Everybody gets a strain against Wedge. And lots of locks. So he's going to be throwing those plasmas, and they are going to be stripping shields, and it's going to suck. Next, we got Luke Skywalker. Also custom. Again, love to see it, you know. And Luke's just got compassion and elusive. Simple, hopefully effective. Defensive, even more defensive than Luke
Yeah,
already
this
is with
I
elusive.
I'll be honest. This build on Luke bores the hell out of me.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, everybody. With that said, almost every build with his loadout kind of bores the hell out of me.
Yeah, there's just no way around it, right?
Yeah,
It's
I see him with
you know.
Gambit. That's like what
And
I
what's
see
Luke
sometimes.
worth? Custom Luke 5, right?
Yeah, 5.
So he's the 5-point Luke if you want to bring it. And I mean, you know, Luke stands alone pretty well. So,
Yeah.
all right, we've got Gavin Darklighter, everybody's favorite E-wing, even though it is not salvage. Excellent E-wing, no matter what. With pattern analyzer, fire control, and R3, this is the build that we've been seeing over and over again. It is very effective. And oh my gosh, I love this rebel list. This is great.
It's fun.
This reminds me of this is a 2.0 list. And Corrin Horn. We're gonna be getting bonus attacks in the bullseye with Corrin Horn if he can line those up, which he often can at I5. And then Predator, just emphasizing that bullseye, the bullseye double shot. Fire control system, pretty standard for an E-wing. And R3. That's great. You know, I think I probably would have preferred R4 on Corrin if we're going to be
I like
focusing
R4 on
on
Corrin.
those. You know, if we're going to be focusing on trying to get those bullseye locks and just the dial turns into something absolutely incredible if you throw R4 on an E-wing.
I do concur.
Mhm.
Betting is open. Betting is open. Everybody, get your bets in. Not Snaggletooth trying to convince us that compassion is good. Let's see what he has to say. Compassion is oddly really good. Range 2, you turn a friendly's pilot crit into a face down card on you. That is what it says, Joel. That's correct. With every ship being 5 points, Luke is actually not the most important ship in the list once. I don't know if that
Really?
makes compassion oddly really good, but it
Mhm.
does have his uses. He can certainly use it.
I've
Let's see if
never
Robert can
seen
use it in
anyone
this game.
use compassion ever in my life.
Well,
But I would love
Andrew,
to see
you
it
don't
triggered
surround
here.
yourself with very nice people because I know a few compassionate people in my life.
Okay.
I mean, you set me up for that one.
Dug my own grave there,
But in
damn.
salvage, that's fair. Yeah, it can work in salvage. At the top of the board up there, that is Rick Ollie. He's a little cut off, but he's there. He's going for the ultra flank. Again, we're playing assault at the satellite array. Not to be confused with fresh pepper at the satellite array.
Mm.
Has anybody ever seen that SNL sketch? I was like reenacting it the other day to myself because I'm a psychopath and I just like talk to myself because I live alone. And with Adam Sandler, he's like, "Fresh pepper, grazie."
I have not seen that.
No, Carlo, you go up to the table. You say a fresh pepper. You give them the pepper, Carlo. And then you say, grazie.
Dude, I can't tell. I can't tell if you're butchering the accents because
No, that's how
you're
he
bad at them,
sounds.
or because that's how
It's
it actually sounds in the
it's
accent.
actually how he says.
That
No,
does track, actually,
Carlo.
so.
That's how he sounds.
Okay, so
That's how he talks in that sketch.
oh my gosh, does the water boy voice
Exactly, literally. It's probably where he got it from. Was that SNL sketch?
really?
Say Wayne.
So this is. I wasn't paying attention to the thing at all when you were talking. So
To what
What is
thing?
this? What is this? Rick is outmaneuver. Rick.
Outmaneuver.
Cool.
You guys hear
Yep.
this? He doesn't pay attention to me, whether he's here with me in commentary
I was
or he's in the chat. He's paying as you know what, you guys never change. Never change.
uh
2025 is the year of comprehension disappearing, and I for the
listen.
excellent community. And I
I was
appreciate it.
pre-reading the rebel list so that I would have something interesting to say when you got to me.
You know what? You know what? Other thing you guys aren't paying attention to is the win column in your team.
Wow.
Just kidding.
You went
Just
there.
kidding.
You went there.
I
Really.
did. I had to.
With a Crimesy player on the board.
You guys made the playoffs last season. That was solid.
We did. Yeah, we did good. We did good. I mean, and like, again, I said this last time. We've been trying to have fun, and ultimately, I've been using the league as an opportunity to test
Good.
and make reports and like try things out that I'm not sure if they're any good. And I feel like maybe these pilots need reports because nobody's making reports on Malaris and the Z, you know, or Tina or something like that. And so and it has, you know, obviously mixed results. Mostly, actually no, not mixed results. I've lost every game with Foe I've played, so very concrete results.
You know, I gotta be honest, Andrew. I'm gonna give you half an apology because you just said you weren't paying attention, and I just proceeded to just absolutely destroy your career. Like you didn't deserve that. So completely, you deserved half of it. So I give you a half apology. I'm half sorry.
I mean, sometimes I'll take anything I can get these days.
We got to get some compassion in your life though, because you
in
never
this
had
economy
it work for you. Yeah, seriously. Well. Don't worry, your country's gonna exist in a few months. Ours won't, and that's, you know, it'll be anarchy. And you know what that means? With anarchy means I can stream copyrighted content whop the wazoo. So you know, maybe it's a win.
If we get annexed, then we're going down with you. So I mean,
yeah.
You guys can have Alberta. That's fine.
That'd be like that. Canada getting annexed is like if the crazy drunk, violent, alcoholic neighbor down the street adopted you at a foster care home. That's like that's like
yeah, that's seems accurate.
Honestly, that's actually putting it really nicely. I think that
depressing
paints us in a nice light. It paints us in a very nice light, even with that said.
Mm-hmm.
And I just can't wait for the YouTube comment. You're gonna be like, just stick to X-Wing. You're not allowed to be a citizen of the United States and have opinions on your own stream. Like, you know what? You know what I have to say to that? It's okay. It's okay.
Adam Sandler has something to say. You're wrong, Colonel Sanders.
that comment, it was like, what was it? It's like, man, dude, shut up. Stick to commentary. It's like, well, how do I do that if I can't talk?
That's so silly. Like, I just, you know, that's worthy of a good ignore. Don't engage the trolls.
Yeah. It's just like most of the YouTube comments are usually like, oh, like what a crazy game, or I can't believe that list, or you just like like general comments about it. But then like the random, like when someone just chooses violence, and I like wake up and it's like that meme of the guy squinting with a bright light in his face. Like I'm waking up reading this comment of someone just being like, just like mad for no, like, why you have to be mad? It's only game. Like, why are you mad?
Yeah, I have a line I always like to whip out when people are being a little bit too intense. And it's just the simple, listen, we are pushing toy spaceships around on a gigantic mouse pad. Let's calm the fuck down a little bit here, okay?
Yeah. Somebody tell that to Sevwell, am I right? Hey-o!
Hey, wait, that's my teammate as well.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Sevwell's a good dude. But he cares.
He's very good at X-Wing.
He cares loudly and deeply.
Yeah. He's
also very good at X-Wing.
He's also very good at X-Wing, you know. And he's honestly, Seville has been a shining light in my exploration of the First Order. If I can get information out of him in between complaining about them, it's usually good information, good good builds, interesting stuff.
I should work out a trade for Sevwall.
Yeah,
Sevwall
he's very
acquired
good.
for my first, second, third, fourth,
No.
fifth, non-existent round picks because we are not a draft
No,
league.
he's ours. Our Sevwall.
He's our Sevwall. We'll have to create our own an AI version of Sevwall. 312 Squadron is embracing AI and therefore creating AI models of our favorite players.
AI ain't going nowhere, and anybody not paying attention will just be left in the dust.
Here's the thing: you can't spell dating without AI.
That's okay. I don't.
That's what I say on my dates. I wonder why they're not working.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. How's that? I mean, you did just say you were living alone, so I suppose I already know.
I got my own spot. I got my pad. 27-year-old in his own little bachelor pad with a bunch of Lego sets behind him.
I mean, living my 27-year-old dream.
Doesn't sound so bad. How old are you, Andrew? If you don't mind me asking, you can lie.
I'm 36.
Oh, nice.
And,
that's a ripe young age of 36. Like,
yeah.
You're
Oh,
like
yeah.
a mature spring chicken.
I think it's great. I'm living the. It's been the best last few years of my life. It's been great.
Oh, that's good. I hope. Are you being sarcastic or are you being serious?
No, it's great. It's like because early life, trying to get your footing. Maybe you're going to college. You're trying to start your career.
Yeah.
I've been through all that.
And now you're just vibing.
Now I'm just vibing. I've got my good. I've got my life's. I'm on my feet.
Guys, this is like some Tim Robbins like life coach stuff. Like you're not gonna want to miss this.
Yeah. Took almost till I was at your age, actually, 27, to really kind of get the career going. But now we're in it to win it.
I love that. Yeah, my job, I work in higher education, and we might close the Department of Education because apparently education is just bad. And there's no reason for it being bad. It's just bad, I guess, apparently.
Yeah.
So who knows if that affects my job or not. I work for like a private nonprofit. Well, it's a nonprofit company, but it's not tied to the government, but it is because nonprofits and colleges, you rely on the government in ways.
Yes. Makes sense.
So I don't know.
Okay, we are approaching a first engagement here.
Yeah, they took a long time to check their firing arcs. So we're heading to the third round.
Heading into the third round, yeah. So there was a bit of a toilet bowl action going on. Everybody, they set up on opposite corners.
Yep,
it's going to happen. Trying to make sure that they get the best engagement they possibly can.
I'm worried about Gavin Darklighter, to be honest. Gavin's gonna get hit like 5 times. He's gonna get so he's gonna need a 1 straight, so he doesn't get outmaneuvered by Rick. Rick's gonna go fast. There's nothing Gavin can do about about giving him or stopping him from rolling extra dice. No, well, either, but like Gavin will for sure get there's no initiative overlap if you shoot a Gavin, right? You got a plasma torpedo out there. You got the outmaneuver Rick Ollie. You've got Plo to pass tokens. You've got the double modded proton torpedo. You've got fire convergence, yikers.
Although Rick definitely 5 straights here.
Yeah.
Every day, all day, right?
For sure.
So I mean, if we get if Luke Skywalker kind of 2 banks in, and maybe even Wedge Antilles can get in this, although I kind of like the idea of Wedge going 4 straight or something like that to start attacking this lat. But if Rick does 5 straight, that's super easy to call, and you can punish the heck out of that if you really want. I almost kind of like the 3 bank left from Rick here because the 5 straight is too obvious, and then Rick can kind of come in and then just 3 hard around.
What if Rick just
the proper
3
flank.
straights or 4 straights? Yeah, he doesn't have to go.
If he 3 straights or 4 straights, he's going to be getting in the way of Oddball here, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, I guess Oddball just.
Or Oddball's going to get in the way of him. He's got to be careful here with
we'll take a look
with Oddball.
Maybe Corn hard 3 boost to block everything up and hope for first player. That is like, man, whenever you make a contingent plan on first player, you would just always get sorely defeated and disappointed when it doesn't work out.
I just don't do it. And I see people do it all the time where we roll road and somebody will say,
I was hoping I got it.
Oh, I was really hoping like, and all I can ever say is never, ever, ever bank on that.
Yeah.
You're banking on a coin flip, and that's just not a good place to be. Okay, you gotta try and play a little bit more defensively like that with your same initiative ships.
Oh, he didn't stop. He's going in.
Mm-hmm. I respect
Rat-a-tat
it.
lat, as they say.
Only 4 points, so soak up some damage. Let the heavy hitters get in to position to start.
Oh, interesting. He's rotating left to right. So for the X-wings, seems.
He could
Gavin
see.
does have the lat locked.
Does Anakin bank right here in anticipation of a 4 straight from Wedge? I'm not sure. No.
Oh, he
Okay.
did go.
All
He moved
right.
to 5.
We did it. Yep. So, does Robert make an attempt to punish this? Or just ignore Rick? Sometimes you just gotta ignore Rick. It does happen.
Ooh, I think a 2 straight bumps. Or sorry, 2 bank from oddball, and a 1 bank is red.
Well, that's what I
So
was saying too. I was like, where's Oddball go? Oddball could go straight, I guess. He's gonna have to worry about Rick and Oddball. Blow 2 banks just fine. That'll be fine. But like Oddball can't too hard, right?
you're just gonna
That would be
focus.
worried about the punish.
This is gonna be depending on how this round goes. If this is as bloody as I think it will be, this game could be over very quickly.
Yeah, this is already a really interesting and dynamic engagement approach. Yeah,
1 minute
okay.
left
So
for betting,
yeah,
folks.
there it is.
Yikers!
There it is. He did. Yeah. So I said it earlier. I was like, you're gonna if you're 5 trading with Rick, you're not gonna want to 2 bank with Oddball. That's
Oh, and he takes the damage.
okay. So 25% down.
Yep, and now I think you just shoot at you might just be tempted to shoot at oddball. Plo can give him a token though. He could. Uh-oh, now you definitely
Okay,
shoot at
so he
oddball.
did turn in to try and punish, but I did not expect the bump. Can punish Oddball now, so
Yeah.
Oddball is gonna have a bad time here.
Yeah, Plo could give him the focus, but then Plo could have a bad time. So Plo's not target
Corn's
locked by Gavin.
Corn's shooting at Oddball twice this round.
That's true. Unless somehow Corn dies. That's the only. Which it's an E-wing. It's an E-wing.
I mean,
so
with
it's an
the
E-wing.
lat having rotated,
I know, right?
I highly doubt that.
Well, you'd be surprised. This is the game of X-wing where tilt factors in.
That's true. That's true. We are playing a dice game. That's true. Who do we lock here, though? Right? Would it be overkill to lock Oddball here?
I mean, Corrin could shoot range 1 at Plo and then bullseye oddball. So whoever you lock here doesn't seem like a bad choice.
That is fair. I do like that. Now that it's been said out
Don't
loud.
put it on Rick. You definitely put it on one of the back 2. He's looking at oddball or Plo.
And I like what he's thinking about here too. I mean, he's probably thinking something similar to what you're talking about. Hopefully. We'll see when they start rolling dice, but then what did Wedge do? I'm hoping for I'd love to see a 4 straight out of Wedge here.
Gotta
Not a
have
fan.
to roll. You could 1 bank right, I guess, next turn. What's up, Ratchet? Yo, yeah. 9 months, my man. Thank you so much. Appreciate the sub, the resub. And you can't. Oh, he doesn't have range to shoot at. You can only shoot
to shoot at either Plo or Oddball. 4 straight there would have been money, especially in later rounds too.
So I don't think Horn's gonna die, but if the a proton torpedo from well, who did Anakin end up blocking? Because he moved already, right?
Who did Anakin mock?
Oh, he's just gonna. Oh, you know what? He's just gonna instinctive aim and use the
Oh,
lat
I see.
rerolls. He focused.
Okay. I mean, with the he's gonna shoot at Wedge. Oh, or Luke. Sorry, never mind. Silly. But I mean, that's a
Yeah,
terrible.
because you have you have a CLT shot into Luke as well, I guess, with rerolls, and then you have Rick Ollie who went faster. You have 3 shots
That's.
into Luke.
I
That is
mean,
enough. A proton torpedo
I
into Luke is
guess
a nightmare, dude. Yeah, here
actually,
we go.
more than anything, 5 shots into Luke. Although
All
I
right.
have absolutely seen Luke shrug these off, so this is interesting. We'll see.
Yes. And there you go. Oh,
Ooh.
2 hits, 2 crits. Do you spend your focus here? I think so.
Every day of every night.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, not a force.
Anakin is a trade piece. Do not bother
classic
with defense.
Luke. Luke. This time, the other classic Luke rolling natty evades instead of the Luke that I know and love. My boy, blank out Luke. So only takes 2. Really needed a crit to go through
And
there,
I
but
thought-
didn't get.
I thought I was the only one who had blank out Lukes in my box.
Right.
So Elusive's still live, you know.
That's true.
Is this Wedge now? So Wedge takes an obstructed shot at someone, I guess. Probably the lat. Not really.
What was Wedge's action? Did he lock? He did.
He
locked Rick. Yeah. Wedge is shooting a plasma torpedo into Rick and getting 2. Rick gets 2.
Right. So Rick.
It's a Gavin crit conversion there.
Okay.
And Rick.
Why is Rick? Oh yeah, because Rick did Rick things. Okay.
Rick did Rick things and Wedge did Wedge things.
Yep. Very good. Yeah, Wedge choosing Rick there is.
Wedge needs man. I know 5 points isn't bad for custom Wedge, but the plasmas are like you're relying on a lot of luck to push the damage through that you're hoping. He kind of likes the support.
I think shooting through that rock was a much better shot than shooting at a fully tokened up Rick.
Yeah.
Who's not probably going to be the main target of the rest of the shots. Yeah, I don't like that decision at all.
Yep. You have fire convergence here. 2 charges worth of it. So you're going to shoot at Luke.
Okay,
so
Luke.
3. Yep.
What do you got here?
Oh, 3 hits, natties. So Luke's taking 1 more no matter what here. He has elusive he can use. Let's see what he rolls. Luke, natty evades again. Essentially.
The force. So
Take
half
1.
points on Luke still.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
half
still
damage,
not great.
And now you got CLT into Luke.
Luke absolutely fears.
I will say, I'm just calling out. It's early. He's only rolled twice. Has not rolled a blank yet. Let's see this next shot.
No. But
Luke's going to stick around if he doesn't roll blanks.
The lat still has full fire convergence.
I know, right?
There's the fire convergence right there.
Unfortunately, Plo needs 2 hits here because he spent... Oh, he's just going to cancel the attack. Okay. Well, that's not good. And now oddball.
Okay. And... No. No, don't do this.
It's going to go
Pivoting.
into Corrin. And it works out. Hit a crit.
Oh!
And Corrin takes 2.
Takes 2. Wow.
Now here come the rest. Luke, Corrin, and Gavin have yet to shoot, and we're ready to rock and roll here on the Rebel side.
Rick hasn't shot, right?
Rick shot at Luke.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, he dealt the damage. He rolled natties. I will also say
I mean,
the besides Plo shot, all paint for the Republic with their
mhm.
shots.
It has been spectacular. Agreed.
Ooh, pretty good. Gonna Gavin two
Gavin an
crits.
extra lock.
Is this Luke shooting? Wow, 3 evades.
Wow.
That had to have been
Oh,
Luke shooting
we,
into range 3
yep.
into somebody.
We got a little natty evades from Luke. Got a little natty evades on the other side
All
here.
right, now Corrin range 1 again. He's
All
gonna be
right.
able to bonus attack here.
Yep.
Doesn't have a lock on Oddball, but Oddball did self bump and take a damage, so he is sitting there ready to die. And more pain, just hottest attack dice I've seen on stream in a while.
Yeah, you spend those. Holy cow! This is a bloodbath. Although, I mean, if the greens keep holding up, then maybe it's not quite.
They are. He spends and he takes a shield. It's important to note that Corrin did spend his focus. It's important to note that.
So his bonus attack will just be...
Gavin will have a shot now, and you are tempted. He does not have Oddball locked. It's the only thing. But you have a focus.
You just got to do it into Oddball here, right?
Yeah,
Rage
Rick
2.
hasn't spent it. Yeah, you got to.
Yeah, you got to bank on that bonus shot if you don't kill him right here.
Oh, 2.
Okay.
You just need 1 evade. Oddball needs 1 evade to live for now. He rolls 1, takes 1 on
takes
1.
A crit, and the crit is...
Oh, it is a crit. It is a crit. Damage sensor array. He'll take it all day, baby.
It's fine.
But that the unfortunate thing is, well, actually, Corrin can just go up to the top of the board and grab an objective next turn. But it just he'll be disarmed for next turn. So it just
Corrin
he's stressed though.
Top,
he's
right?
not going to turn around anyways. Yeah. So 4 straight and just like boost or something, get out of dodge.
Well, 4 straight. Evade.
Oh my god, guys! If the lat kills
Luke next round,
crit into Luke, imagine, because that's how it would happen.
That would truly make this a legendary engagement.
What was the lat's action? Just 1. Luke's gonna be fine.
The lat.
The
lat rotated.
Oh, that's right. He did.
Yeah. Okay. Lat doesn't do anything. Everybody expected that. Here's the Corrin shots. So let's just unmodded.
Yeah.
The will of the dice
gods. Hey, hit crit.
Okay.
That definitely could be enough. Oh, he gets to reroll 1 predator. Oh, you're gonna need natties. You're gonna need natties.
Gavin.
From Oddball. No.
Not
down
close.
goes Oddball, as he should have. My gosh, it took so long.
It was a surprising amount of 3 dice shots into a 4 health ship. So
I'm curious.
Bravo
why
for
they
making
have
it this far.
2 to 2 points. Is it just because crime counted as points already, as objective points? Is that what happened? I'm a little unclear about why. I guess so. I guess they counted objectives and then were like, oh, I need a bonus attack.
If they don't do objectives right now,
technically you got to remember your Corrin bonus attack before you count the objectives, but that's fine. It's just one of those things.
Oh, they had 2 on the second round. They had 2 each. That's why.
Oh, so it's
we're in the 3rd round here. Yeah, it's not. It wasn't a normal game where everybody got into shooting range on round 2. It took until round 3.
Nobody forgot anything. I thought it was round 2 for some reason.
Yep. Well, maximum punished for the self bump on Oddball, which is tough.
Yep, Luke got shot at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times and took 3 damage,
and this is why
full string Protorp.
I learned this lesson a little bit earlier in this year. When even if you think you have a really great kill box on Luke, he's almost never a great burst option.
Oh, dude, I mean, honestly, all it takes is him to roll 2 blanks one time and he just explodes.
The first engagement is so important that the first engagement goes well, that
Yeah.
you almost always want to try, and you can't just rely on a 14% chance of the double blanks.
Yeah, 3 bonus
'Cause he's
attacks
going to
would
be
incredibly
regenning.
hard.
He's
2 would be
he's
easy.
got, like, Luke essentially has as many calculates as there are shots into him, right? At all times.
Yeah. It's honestly, it's just, again, like, it's Luke. Okay, here's another example. Soontir Fel.
Mhm.
Battle of Endor Soontir. It's like, he's impossible to kill. And then he rolls like 2 blanks one time and dies. And it's just like,
Yeah. I mean,
I
I
mean,
think
Luke is
Soontir
just
Soontir at
so,
3 hull is a bit of a different.
well,
um,
but Luke can't. Luke is an I6 and can reposition for free after shooting twice. There are some there. There's an argument for like I'm not saying they're similar, but like
Mhm.
it's the same effect where it's like, man, like, why bother shooting at
Yeah.
Luke? It's like, because you bother because you shoot a Protorp. Let's say this engagement went where you rolled, it was a double out of Protorp from Anakin. He's probably getting at least 3. He's most likely getting 4, right?
Yeah.
Luke rolls 1 blank. He elusives into a blank because that happens, right? He takes a hit crit. The crit is a
Yeah.
direct. Now he's on 2 hull without elusive and getting shot at 3 more times.
You know what?
In the average roll, he rolls hit, he eyeball blank or evade blank. That's pretty average.
Right. I think, I do actually appreciate the fact that he did have Luke in 5 arcs. Okay, and I get that. I think after that Protorp only did 2 damage.
Yeah.
Maybe
It's
you pivot
huge.
now.
Luke
I think
rolling, Luke should take a crit into the hole
I
on
think
most Protorps.
yeah, I think you pivot at that point and think, okay, you know what? Never mind. Maybe I should start shooting at Corrin, who is in lots of arcs. Strip a focus off of Corrin if I can.
It's not,
Because
it's not a bad idea. I
Corrin's
think just because the CLT thought he still had a good chance.
yeah, it's just, I don't know. I've been burned enough times by being like, oh, I think I finally have Luke in a kill box, and then all of a sudden it's the next round and there's still Luke chilling. I'm like, God, should have just shot at Wedge or whoever else was nearby.
Hello. Okay. All right.
What a cutie.
She's a sweetie.
What's her name?
That's Maya.
Maya.
Maya and Cleopatra.
Maya and
She's the
Cleo.
one on my shelves,
Nice.
all the Lego shelves all the time.
Right.
This one doesn't misbehave as much as Cleo does.
Nice. Yeah, I've got 3 cats, and
Hell yeah.
they're a bunch of rascals.
Cats are awesome.
Yeah. We used to have. So when I first met my wife, I had 2 cats and she had 3. So when I moved in with her, we briefly had 5 cats. Now,
oh my god,
kind of like lucky, but like not lucky. Very unfortunately, one of them got very sick and passed away, and we went down to 4. And that wasn't really that much better.
yeah. Yeah, I think 2
We
is
finally got down to 3.
A lot for me. I didn't even plan to adopt 2, but they were a bonded pair, so I didn't want to separate.
Yeah, the Brady bunch of cats. Yeah, so 3 has been a nice sweet spot we found. Right, our oldest cat finally died at 16, which is pretty damn good.
That's incredible.
I'd say. Yeah, that's so. Now that we have 3, it's like, that's great. That's perfect. But yeah, love cats.
Where the hell is Plo going?
Can I just commend the players on having an incredibly fast planning phase? We are suddenly in activation. We're moving ships. It's been 2 minutes.
Yeah.
The 4th round.
I feel like a lot of planning phases go like a lot of players, like some of the slower players, they hit like 10 minutes in their planning phases. You'll only ever get like 5 rounds in.
It's something I've been working on. I've been like making a concerted effort to at the very least, I'll stop at my 3rd guess, right? First, put in the maneuver, maybe second guess it, change the maneuver one time, and I try to avoid third guesses as best as I can. And it's mixed results. It is possible to underthink a maneuver, absolutely, but
My recommendation, if you ever feel like if you're ever worried about pace of play, is say, hey, I'd really love to get at least X number of rounds in. Like, look at what's
sure,
reasonable and be like,
sure,
we have about 30 minutes left. Like,
yeah,
and they'll be like, okay, that's fair.
yeah.
Um, it's just
I played a
you just want to play a complete game, whether it hits 20
yeah,
or not. For games
agreed.
to end like 8-7 or something is just not right. So
Yeah, I played a game against Rich P, often in Britain, who I met. I met him
Rich,
at
Mr. Sit
Worlds.
Taker.
Yeah, yeah. He's great, and he was just a pleasure to play against. And I was on my kick where I was trying to play a little faster, and he just kind of was naturally a pretty fast player, and we got 9 rounds in, no problem. And we didn't make time. It was 9 rounds, and somebody got 20, and that game felt good. That was a fun game that I lost with foe on salvage.
Rich is. I would love to play a game against Rich. Yeah, yeah. Did you like the name my Gavin bounty? It says it's nerf or nothing.
Yeah,
it's like winning a game of salvage without Gavin Darklighter.
Yeah, I did like that. I do like that bounty though. I liked watching the game earlier against Bender where they got it. That was fun.
So Luke should die here.
I almost got him actually. Yeah, it was the game. The game ended like 20-16. I was so close. Luke definitely
is Luke in
probably
range
maybe
1?
Dies here. If Luke is at range 1 of Anakin, that would definitely change.
This is a good move. Octopus Crime is going to pass the focus to. I think he's passing it to the lat.
Okay, Plo passing it.
Wedge is going to shoot first, and the only shot he has is into the lat, range 1.
See, and if he had taken the shot at the lat
this
earlier,
is interesting. He avoided like everybody's firing arc with his ships, except the lat's always going to get shot at. But like, this could be a good turn. And just oh my god, these attack dice are just obscene. 4 go through.
What is going on? Are you sure you loaded up the same room?
Yeah, right.
Same dice.
That's why I don't like X-Wing though. Is that this happens like it's just like you should not be rolling 4 natural hits. I just wish it wasn't so easy to do.
I try to. I try to think about dice in a reasonable way. Like I never check dice stats at the end of a game.
Yeah, I don't either. I just notice when somebody rolls complete strings without having to modify their dice like many times in a game.
It happens.
Like, wow,
yeah.
that seems very good.
If you get to the end of a game and you can't think of anything that you should have done a little better, then you're not thinking hard enough about the decisions you made in that game.
What are you talking about, Subwall? We have I think we've only won 1 game on our stream. We do not win. Fruity does not win on my own stream. That's nonsense. All right.
Seb's here. Okay,
fire convergence.
Good. Oh, to watch the crime Z. Yep, that's very good. Sev, all right. Don't worry about it. We've got this. I swear. We still have it.
Luke's taking a crit here. He's debating something. Spend a force. What are you doing? Spend a force. Spend the focus. Spend the focus. Huh. I would know. Spend the force, because if you roll eyeballs, you're gonna be like, "What the hell did I just do?" There you go. Spends the force instead. Hit, crit into Luke. Luke continues to roll all paint, and will
take a crit.
Take a crit as damage engine. That doesn't really mean anything for Luke, to be fair. I mean, it's not great, but it's like you. That's on the short list of things you'd rather get here. If there's a
Luke just K turns this round anyway, so it's not a huge deal.
Yeah. Time to fire. What are we doing? You can't fire convergence to the double tap? What just happened? What?
Who's double tapping?
Didn't Anakin just, wasn't that a second shot?
Oh, you can't fire convergence turret shots.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have taken a target lock then.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Because Luke
many do.
The lat will have a shot into Luke, I guess. Luke will shoot. Oh my god.
What?
This is nonsense. Somebody, what are the odds of rolling 8 straight hit results naturally?
It's the same as rolling 8 straight heads. What are the odds of rolling?
Because it's a 50%. If you include the crit, 50, it's 0.5 times 8 instances of 0.5.
1 in 256, which is actually a little bit lower than I thought. But still pretty crazy.
And I think Gavin's going to KO the lat.
Did Gavin focus?
And
he sure
is
did.
Anybody rolling a blank? Is that somebody rolling?
I haven't seen a whole lot of blanks all game, my friend, on either dice.
Yeah, Robert's a bit hotter so far. Actually, I don't think Robert has had a mediocre roll. Although I guess Corrin's shot, he's still got 3 out of 4 on his bonus attacks. It's pretty good. But either way, that's going to be a dead lad. And yet again, Luke's going to live and still feels like he has so much health. I think he has 2.
This is what I'm saying. It's
well, if that bonus attack was not that bonus attack, if that was a proper bonus attack, who knows?
Luke is a late game. Luke is a late game target, not an early game target. There's better targets early game. Always.
Yep, 1 round to lat with 3 shots. 1 round to lat with 3 shots, and it only takes the third shot to actually have to modify your dice.
Yeah. I mean, when you're
really good.
When you're rolling 4 dice and they're rolling none, and your dice are rolling hot, there's not a whole lot of ships in the game that survive stuff like that.
So if Luke had died in the lat and stuck around on like a 1 or 2 hull, it would have been it would be 10 to 9.
Mm-hmm. We'd still be having a game. Now, granted, where do we go from here? So where does Octopus Crime go from here?
Anakin is in a bad spot. I mean, sloop from Gavin is like all day. It's the easiest thing to do. Mm-hmm. You don't have Anakin's the only gun out there that's facing the right way. Rick is gonna struggle to get turned. He's gonna have to talon roll, and I don't even know if you really have room because of that rock the next turn. So you might have to go like the real long way around.
No K turn on those N1s is really
just
tough.
3 talons. I'll pull up the pull up the dial real quick.
Only talons is really
and no annoying. 1 hards either, so you can't 1 hard barrel roll.
Yeah, I've been flying. I flew a lot of Rick at the start of XWA, and you got to be careful to not put yourself in a position where you have to turn around too often. Like I said, I actually really preferred earlier when we were talking about whether or not Rick was going to 5 straight from the top of the board. I really liked 3 bank left, and then you come in between the rainbow and the cloud, and then you'd be in a way better spot this round. You would have had 1 round off of no shooting, but oddball wouldn't have been blocked, and Rick would have been in a great position right now to come in from behind everybody. Oddball still could have died there, but like Oddball took the damage, it took the shield, right? From
let's be fair. Do you think he just target locks with Oddball there? Because then he has no defensive mods. Plo still ends up giving the focus, but it ends up being, in that case, like he's probably just as likely to die. But yeah, you set up a flank. I just don't know if you feel at the time you can afford to have your outmaneuver, potentially 3 or 4 dice gun just sitting out.
I mean, there was no world in which he got outmaneuver on that first engagement anyways. And if you're going to bring outmaneuver Rick, you're going to want to lean into the outmaneuver. And right now Rick is in a position where he probably isn't going to get outmaneuver on anybody for the rest of the game. Whereas if you kind of lean into it early, except that he might have to skip some early shots so that he can get great late game shots, right? Which is how you probably want to fly outmaneuver Rick.
Do you 4K Anakin here?
Anakin 4K. Let me think. It would depend entirely on what Wedge does.
Yeah, because
Wedge one straight.
4Ks from, you could do a 4K from Gavin. Gavin's Sloop is better, but you could 4K both of them are definitely, Luke is probably doing that. The other thing you could do is 4 straight boost left with Luke and make it impossible for Anakin to kill you.
If Wedge one straighted, Anakin's 4K would be blocked for sure.
One straight feels a little aimless, but it would block. Yes.
If I'm looking at this board right now as the opponent to Anakin, I'm thinking about that 4K. I'm thinking
Octopus
about that 4K from
first.
Anakin. Thinking about Anakin doing that 4K, removing that stress, taking an action, dumping a bunch of dice into somebody, and anything I could do to prevent that.
Yeah, I don't think Anakin's going to be able to do an action, though. Luke won't probably, unless Luke just one straighted for no reason.
Luke 5K.
This is where you would
Luke 4Ks here, though, right? For sure, right?
Andrew, I think the 4 straight boost left from Luke is way better because you could even get a point and stay alive.
Oh, true. That's the safe. That's
like the I want to preserve my points.
That's the good option versus what I said, which is the fun option.
It's still not necessarily bad, but it is the better option, yeah.
Yeah, and
he's trying to barrel roll. There we go.
He recognized that the Talon roll just wasn't going to work there. Rightfully, I think, absolutely. Maybe would have tried to go left, but I don't know. There's only so many rounds in the game left
to take some target locks. Like Anakin and probably
the 4K boost, the 4 straight boost is no longer necessary, I guess, now that we've got Corrin over there.
It's still safe. It's a safe move.
It's still safe. Yeah, it's true.
He did the 4K.
Very good. He chooses violence. He's not really behind or anything, so even if Luke goes down this round, it's not a huge deal.
He did do the 4K. Okay.
Hey!
He does have instinctive aim, but no fire convergence anymore.
I did not notice that he had gotten road, so...
Yep.
My idea about Wedge earlier was nonsense.
Wedge is not in his front arc, so don't think he can use his ability.
Snaggletooth, yeah. It's Robert. He's going to choose violence. Yeah,
he knows his teammate better than anybody.
The man knows how to have a good time, apparently.
And Wedge down rolls. Okay. If he goes all the way back, he might have a shot on it. He will not. Okay. Well, the good news for if you're Octopus Crime is that Wedge is kind of locked out of the engagement in terms of next turn, and this shot will be unmodded from him as well. So
you shoot at Rick right now. Rick's gonna only roll 1 die.
That's true. 1 die with an evade. Yeah, you can definitely get a damage in there.
Yeah. Do some, and then
unless Robert just prints 3 more hit results.
You won't be able to chase Rick though. That's kind of one of the problems. Rick's gonna get out of there, and you got a rock in the way.
All right. Is he instinctive aiming? He is.
Let's see if we can finally remove Luke.
Yeah. Spend 2. Luke's gonna take, and he does get elusive back. He's got to spend everything. Yeah. And Luke spends a force and takes a crit. At this point, Octopus is like, just be a direct.
Please, God.
The crit is a damage sensor ray. It doesn't mean anything. He sticks around. Man. 2 torpedoes into Luke and to only do 3 damage on 8 or on 7.
It is
converting 7 out of 8 is pretty tough.
Paradox.
Right. It's paradoxical, but it works.
Yeah. Luke only takes damage when you only have 1 shot on him.
So here we go. Wedge can... Do we see an average roll here we see it's pretty good. A 2, kind of expected, pretty close. Get the evade, take 1.
Whoop-de-doo.
And now
Why is there
Gavin does
meeting
have a
over there?
lock on. Now I feel like there's a world where Anakin just ends up on 1 hole here. His life sometimes isn't the most fair. Luke does a shot or a lock on him? No. Hey, there's a blank. 2. And Gavin's ability, can't plated hole because that's the steps different. Takes 1.
Right. Yep.
Plated hole happens first. Modify the attacker's dice first.
Yep.
Yeah, you have to. I forget about that too, but it's VTG is conditional to like basically when he shoots range 1 is when you VTG or when you're out of torps.
Yep.
Gavin fire controls into a blank. Hit crit. Can Anakin roll the evade special? He has no force. He cannot. Takes 2. Shields are down, and that's where I worry about Anakin.
The VTG primary thing is one of the reasons I don't really like VTG on Anakin.
Well, I can't argue with it. I mean, your range. Someone gets. So here's the thing. People are like, okay, well, the way I deal with Anakin is I range control with my I6s if I can, or I get into his face at range 1. And Anakin's response to that is cool. I'll have veteran turret gunner. I'll shoot you 6 dice, double modded.
Still.
I think it's the correct build. It's just because he could double tap this turn. I think we're talking about it a little bit more just because he had to shoot the Pro Torp. Didn't work out, but Luke's on 1. Let me update that. He's on 1. With the sensor array.
I still like the lock passing build from Yannick a little bit better.
Oh, synced console.
Yeah, get Yannick in. Try and amplify the damage with the lock passing, and the lat, and just use Anakin as the trade piece he is.
Yeah, and Anakin has not been able to trade anything.
No,
the only
it's
ship
really
that's taken any
unfortunate.
damage besides Luke is Corrin. He's taken 2
both
shields. That's it.
Both proton torpedoes into Luke Skywalker and then Luke just does his Luke thing. Oh, it's just tough to see.
I gotta give credit to Robert. Despite him printing results, he's also played this game very well. It just helps when you play well and print results. You will win a lot of games by a lot of points.
I think a pivot away after that first Pro Torp did 2 damage. I think a pivot away from Luke was in order there, but I ain't playing.
I'm wondering if Anakin.
My heart's not the one pumping right now. Thinking about decisions.
Yeah. Well, Rick is coming in, and good news for Rick is that unless Wedge wants to eat a rock, he's not going after Rick. Three hard from Rick is definitely happening. He might have to boost if he wants to get a shot on Luke, though. Plo could try to line up a CLT shot.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing Anakin could do is, yeah, he is. Does have a reload, but isn't going to have any time to use it. It's not happening. So,
no way.
Yeah. The other thing is like
20 minutes. No. Just. I mean, you've dedicated so many rounds to killing Luke. Just keep at it at this point, I guess.
No, I think Anakin could go fast and try to use his ability on if Corrin This is gonna be interesting.
He can't
'Cause I
go.
don't-
Can't go that fast. He's stressed.
Yeah, well, he could 3 straight. It depends. If Corrin tries to like boost and get aggressive, then he could use his ability on Corrin. But you'll have no
Yeah.
force, which
Okay,
is a bummer.
I see. That's pretty risky.
Well, it's
Could be worth it
it's,
though when you're so
it's
far behind.
not going to get you shot 3 times. It probably gets you shot twice. So that's the only
Right,
thing.
right. Rick screams in with the 3 hard here, definitely every day, and he's gonna himself take shots on Luke, probably.
Fine tune the machine. Focus up.
Just hit this rock. Just 3 hard around this rock.
It would be wild. I mean, he can afford.
I mean,
so.
you're so far behind. You need to start doing things that are desperate. Or wait, no.
He's so far ahead.
Sorry, you're so far ahead. That's what I meant. He's so far ahead. You can just. Oh, the 3 bank would be silly too. But no, it probably just 2 hards to the left. Gets the satellite. Gets his point.
Right.
Does Gavin
Luke
Three
and
sloop?
Corrin here.
3 sloop
No,
right?
Gavin
And
already moved.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize we moved past 4.
Well, 3 straight will get you out of Luke's arc. So, and if you get bullseye on Corrin, that counts for his ability to be to use his ability to take an action.
Oh yes, thank you, Snailtooth. He is stressed. I didn't see that stress token. I gotta change my angle. So yeah, 1 bank, 2 bank to the left. Anything to avoid that rock.
You can't. You have damage sensor, right? Did they catch it?
Yes, yeah. You're gonna have to X on it. Gotta put down some that's why those crit tokens.
They could be
Useful
helpful.
tech.
We had them made in real life.
Yeah.
Actually, one of our sub goals.
Really want a set of those.
Yeah.
Those look super cool.
Yeah, it's a full set. Yeah, that's one of our sub goals. It's one of our. It's a higher one, but this is goes as long as we can run our sub goal. It's not going to end anytime soon. So
everything. Yeah. There's only 2 things on this wall that I would love. That crit token set, that is amazing, and that T-shirt. I need that. I have the rest.
You didn't have to say that.
I have the rest.
I feel like our branding is really good on shirts, though. 312 looks good on the merch.
I love me some.
Good wow. Okay, we're trading.
Got nice shirts, and I like your colors.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. The Chicago flag gives us a really great color palette, design choice, like space.
Absolutely. So. Yeah.
Anakin will bump into that's gonna be range colors from Gavin.
Okay. Well, I mean. Still gets the double tap, technically, right? Focus for defense.
It'd be a great turn for Octopus, really? Is it? Well, because Luke's gonna die.
Luke probably dies, I guess. I mean, we've been talking about Luke dying all game long.
I know. I was gonna say great turn, like. Yeah, I mean, Luke's gonna shoot range 0, and Anakin probably do 1 or 2 damage, and then Gavin range 1 double modded. We're just gonna kill him, and you can't VTG range 0. You can't shoot Gavin; he's out of arc, and Corrin is range 3, so you cannot shoot your dorsal at range 3. So you have to hope that you can shoot at Corrin.
I would just take the range 0. I would take I wouldn't bother with Corrin at this point.
Yeah, can you get 2 hits?
Just try and sneak.
I know Luke has elusive still. It just feels impossible. What happened? Did he whiff? He must have whiffed.
Yeah, he did. Luke did his, he didn't whiff. He rolled 2, and Luke rolled 2. Easy.
Hey, there's all paint. Do you spend the evade here?
Yes,
I think you spend your
I
focus.
would. Or the
Hit,
you might
crit,
you turn that
crit.
hit.
Two
You turn the
blanks
hit
will
at
do
least.
it. No, he rolls
Oh
3 paint
my
again.
god.
Oh my god. Luke should be dead for sure. At this point, it's getting like it's like actually ridiculous. He hasn't rolled a
That's
blank
what I'm
result.
saying. I just honestly these days I just don't shoot at Luke that much.
Luke's like, thank you very much.
Mhm.
Octopus Crime rolls all paint with the CLT shot. Add the eyeball to get the 3. You can spend a force. You can spend his focus rather.
Very nice.
Corrin biffs his defense roll, takes 2. I guess that's the closest to biffing a defense roll that you can. Now,
Yeah.
Anakin should die here.
Sev,
That should be game. He's not going to shoot at Anakin. Why?
Sev,
Why would you shoot at Anakin?
Sev, that happened earlier, and it hadn't panned out. Didn't pan out when they was rolling more dice either. So
He can kill Anakin here if he shoots at him, but he's not. He wants to go for the double tap, I guess, but I don't know. I think
really,
that's he's just like trying to prolong the game, I guess. Like I'm not spend the lock.
he just loves hearing our voices. I guess. I mean, hopefully he's not actually watching the stream. Yeah, but Seb, you can't just bank on him getting unlucky, because when he does get lucky, you just waste a lot of time.
To be fair, in Seville's defense, Luke should have rolled an average roll once on his like 5 defense dice rolls.
It's a tale I've seen play out so many times, where you think you've got Luke in this incredible kill box, and just he makes it, and then you chase him and he continues to make it. And I've seen it happen so many times. It's just something that I don't even think is worth it most of the time.
Yeah, but I feel like the argument saying like I've been unlucky against him isn't enough for me to buy in and be like,
no, not even, I'm not even talking about just me. Like I've watched so many games where Luke has just, sure, I've totally seen Luke go down. I've killed Luke.
I've seen the Chicago Cubs bullpen blow more than 25 saves, and it's still watch every game and think they can win.
Yeah, right. I don't know. It's just it's not that he's a terrible target, but there's almost always better targets around him that you can get points out of more reliably, I would say.
Gavin, fire control. There you go, full string.
There we go. I guess he was just banking on the Gavin shot, right?
Well, if Corrin had shot Anakin, he probably would be. That's gonna be 3 hits and crit into Anakin. Because now we have another round, and he could have just killed Anakin here, unless it's a direct. It's not. So, well, I guess Luke still has to. No, Luke already shot. He whiffed, which is
I see. Yes, sorry. I thought Anakin had already taken a damage or a hull.
Yeah, all the people to check in. Well, you clearly haven't played me. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. I was waiting for that.
Well, yeah. Blackberry, you and me, we gotta play. I need to feel this feeling of killing Luke in 2 shots.
So my only loss at the Las Vegas Open, Luke took targeting synchronizer plasma torpedo shot from Blackout, and it was 2 blanks and a crit, and Luke blanked out and took 2 shields and then died the next turn. And I was like, man, like those shots he has to roll out of. And when you do not roll out of those awful torpedo shots that you are blessed by the gods to receive, you're like, I can't, there's nothing I can, I'm screwed. I don't care. Yeah. Luke could roll paint the rest of the game now. He's going to die.
Yeah.
It's those moments in X-Wing are so magnified when your opponent like just gets like 1 hit and it's like range 3 obstruct. You roll 5 blanks and you still take that damage. You're like, that is going to be a huge moment in this game.
It's true. That's why those first engagements are so important, because they I find the first engagement is really important because it so often shapes the rest of the game, right? Because the things that get the damage are the things that get chased for the rest of the game, and you can play around that. You can play into it. You can use it to your advantage if your ships took damage. You can use it to your advantage if their ships took damage, and and it's not that all engagements aren't important. I try to put an extra emphasis on making sure that target priority is of the utmost is chosen the best on that first engagement.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yep. Yeah, I said ignore isn't the right word for what I'm talking about. Don't ignore Luke, right? Like, don't pretend he's not there. Don't never shoot at him either. Again, I've killed plenty of Lukes in my life, but um, just you got to be sure, and you got to know when to pivot away and maybe go for something that's a little easier to kill. I don't know. It's just something I've. It's not even just something I've experienced. It's something I've seen as I watch other people play games.
Source, trust me, bro. Too hard
it's
from
you know what
Anakin's like
it's
the
like
only move that I like.
it's like I said earlier. After that first Protorp, if that first Protorp had gotten through, I'm all in on the plan to just dump everything into Luke. If he rolled one blank, two blanks, absolutely, holy cow, go all in. Luke can die here, absolutely. But Luke rolled hot on that first Protorp, and then he rolled hot on the second shot as well. While there were other great range one shots that he could have pivoted to for the other ships. So, I mean, in the moment, these decisions are not always very easy to make. So I'm not trying to
Oh, that's
throw
a
shade or
friendly
anything.
bump. No damage,
Oh,
but that
by
is
who?
rough. And a plasma torpedo from Wedge is coming with a Talon roll.
Does he still have a
Oh.
lock? Oh, he does. No.
Oh yeah, Wedge. So Wedge one banked and took locks last turn. Just gonna take an evade. Assume Luke like 4Ks, right?
Oh. Ooh. We got bullseye on Corrin here? We do. Bullseye on Plo. Whew.
Again, Corrin should have shot at Anakin. I'm still a little annoyed at that choice, but it's fine. The game would have been over.
You know.
I'm hungry.
How will Robert recover?
Well, it's just like, I mean, you could obviously afford to make that choice, but it was just kind of greedy.
Yeah, no, I think I agree with that. Yeah. Agreedy with that.
It's like you have five points to win the game right there in front of you.
Yep. And
Instead you're
if
shooting
he
at
got
a force
right, and
carrier
as you
race
said,
three.
if he'd gotten one through, that would have been it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Game
There's the
over.
too hard, and Gavin's like, cool, I'll just blink and you will die.
The whole 5 points. 13 up to 13. I mean, there's just what do you do here? You kill
Nothing.
Anakin. You kill Anakin, and then
it is futile.
yeah, it's futile.
You can rotate and like shoot a dorsal at Gavin and roll one blank and one eye and just cry, and then Gavin's like, "Fuck you, you're gone." Blitzed at it, blitzed into another dimension.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just want to see, because Anakin's on one hole with a fuel leak, what the crit chain will look like once Gavin shoots him. Anakin will he'll be worth two ships worth of health will be in terms of damage cards will be on him.
Does the roll? Wow, get a little damage.
Does the
hoping
roll
to save
to
Anakin
take
here.
the range 2 shot to making it a range 2 shot.
It could be range 3 by now.
Oh, you guys think that's range 3?
Ah,
It might be range 3. It still doesn't matter. It's double modded. I mean, my god. Double modded against the Y-Wing.
Rick. Actually, he yeah, no, never mind.
Watch Rick just die here.
Well, wouldn't that just be the shit cherry on the poo cake?
Yeah. It was the only move. You're not wrong. I mean, it kind of, you had your SOL. I'm just like, it doesn't matter. Like barrel rolling, rotating your arc, like it's futile. I mean, it's unfortunately, it do be like that sometimes. That is a good plasma torpedo from Wedge and Rick. It's gonna be another crit, and oh yeah, that's a one shot.
Gavin? Oh my gosh! You know what? I was kidding, by the way. Jeez.
Stop. He's already dead.
I mean, getting the bump and not getting the evade, right, is never a place you want to be.
The final score is it's gonna be like 25 to 7.
No, but maybe we can. No, there's nothing.
Die stats, please. Maybe we can look at them once the
Please
players
no,
leave.
no, don't do it. Don't give it to them.
I'm not gonna. No,
Let
I'm
them
gonna.
suffer.
I'll save the
Let
room.
them suffer. No. DM him
dice
later.
stats. We need dice
DM
stats.
him later.
I'll just. All I know is that it was plus. It was probably plus for both of them. But Robert had a higher plus.
Yeah. The red dice coming out of Robert were just whew.
Like plus 10 probably.
Honestly, it was spectacular to see.
All right, is it range 3? It is. Congratulations. You mathematically will still die if 3 hits come in here. So, but you'll at least make it more interesting. Oh, he has to spend his lock here. And oh, it's a blank. Oh, there's a chance. There is a chance. 2 crits. Come on, Anakin. Don't roll a blank result, Anakin. Stop panicking.
You got this.
And dead.
Oh. No.
Oh, no.
Stuff. How many games have I don't know how many games we've played.
Oh, he's going for the complete bangarooski here. He's going for the full oh my god. He's going for full destruction. He's going for full destruction, and he will have a bonus attack.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Does Plo have the evade still? Just takes the shield. Takes the shield. Okay.
Okay. So just, I mean...
And he's going to shoot him again, though. He's going to shoot him again.
An unmodded range 0 bonus shot.
Is he going to stop? You gotta keep going. You gotta go. You gotta kill him. Go for all the ships, Corin. Shoot him again.
Yep, that seems about right. 31 to 7. Yep, I agree.
Wait. Are we serious? Is that what he ends up getting? He gets 4. Holy fuck. Holy shit.
Is that a bounty? 30 points.
I have never seen that many points scored on this stream ever.
I don't think I've ever seen that many points scored ever.
That is mind-blowing. Jesus Christ.
It's crazy.
31.
It was a joke. For
31.
A brief moment, I thought it was a
Octopus
joke.
Crime getting the ink just vacuumed out of him in this one.
Wow.
Although I think, well, octopuses have ink too, or is it just squids? Am I getting this wrong?